What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. Today I want to talk about the love-hate relationship that I have with both the AFM, or active fuel management, and the transmission of my 2018 Silverado. Now, if you don't know what AFM, or active fuel management, is, it's this wonderful system that GM has been implementing in their last two body style generation V8 SUV and trucks to quote-unquote save fuel. But really, all it's doing is fouling spark plugs, causing excessive oil consumption, and causing premature injector failures. And if you don't know what it looks like, down in the right-hand corner of my screen here, you see it says V8 mode. I'm currently on the gas and pressing it, but as soon as I let go and start coasting a little bit, you'll see it jumps into a green V4 mode. Now, two reasons why I don't like the AFM mode is if I'm cruising in V8 mode, it's on like the turnpike or the highway or of some sort, and my truck's cruising at like 1200 RPM, whenever it decides to go into V4 mode, it'll shut 4 cylinders off, but then my RPMs will jump up like another 100 or 200 RPM. So like, I don't know, maybe this is in my head, but I feel like having all 8 cylinders at a lower RPMs, probably better than having 4 cylinders working at a higher RPM to carry the same weight, the same load, the same truck down the highway. I don't know. And then the second reason why I don't like it is because you could feel it. You could feel the V4 mode kick in and out, and I don't like the feeling because it's like real lurchy. Now, if you're actually on the gas pedal, you don't feel it as much, but like if you're like cruising, down back roads and on the highway and stuff like that, you could feel in the pedal and then in the truck in general, like when it kicks in and when it like kicks back out. And so like that sucks. And then when you actually want all 8 cylinders, so if it's in V4 mode and you're cruising down a highway and like you realize you're going too slow, you need to speed it up, or like you need to pass somebody, or you need to get up this hill, when you press down on the gas, first your truck has to think like, whoa, wait, now I got to go to V8 mode, and then it decides like, oh shit, I should probably downshift and get rolling. So like, I really wish I just had the power right there. As soon as I press the gas pedal, I want my truck to downshift and take off, but it doesn't. It has to like think first, go from V4 to V8 mode, and then get rolling. And then the third reason, which I don't have the issue with yet, is when people start running aftermarket exhaust systems. Now, right now my truck's completely stock, so it doesn't bother me, but, and this is hearsay because I don't have an aftermarket exhaust, but when people are running like big and loud exhaust systems and it kicks into V4 mode, it takes that nice loud 8-cylinder rumble, it takes it away, and it gets real choppy, kind of like a helicopter is what people explain it to me as, and you get a lot of drone in the cab, and like it's like a weird echo outside. So like a lot of people like to get rid of the V4 mode, the AFM mode, once they get exhaust, and I will be doing the exact same thing. And the two ways that people get rid of the AFM mode is A, you can have your truck actually tuned, just kind of like how you tune diesels. They go in the computer, right, program stuff, and that's kind of like a permanent fix. And then B, which is what I'm going to be doing, is like I'm going to be buying a Range Technologies AFM Delete, and all that is like this little thing that you plug right into your OBD2 scanner. It does exactly what it's supposed to do, exactly what it says. You plug it in, and it just tells the computer of your truck, it just tells it that there's a load on the throttle constantly, which just keeps it in V8 mode at all times. So whenever I get an exhaust, I'll probably also order this Range Technologies Delete. It's like 160 bucks, but I think it's well worth it. I do want to give you guys like a review before and after. So like with the exhaust before, so like with AFM mode still attached, and then with the exhaust after I get rid of AFM mode. So, and then you have the whole ordeal of whether or not it actually saves you fuel mileage or not. And I hear guys say that they gain a mile per hour or 2 after they get rid of the AFM mode. Then I have guys say they lost a mile per gallon or 2 once they got rid of the AFM mode, but they would rather lose a mile or 2 per gallon than have premature injector failures and constantly fouling plugs and needing a quart of oil every 5,000 miles. So I mean, I'll be able to tell you guys my experience whenever I get it, to see like, how I like it and stuff like that, and see the effects that it does to my truck if I actually save fuel mileage, just rocking 8 cylinders all the time or not. Like, and then I move on to the transmission. Now, please note real quick, this is just an LT trim. I have the 6-speed transmission. I know like LTZs in high countries and pretty much anything with the 6.2 liter has the 8-speed transmission, which has its own kind of pros and cons. Now, I just have one pro, one con of the transmission to say. My pro is this thing downshifts like a fucking beast. And I just come from driving a manual transmission car, daily driving, 120,000 miles in the past 6 years. So like, I like to be in control, and I'm a big fan of downshifting. Well, every time I drive an automatic truck or an automatic vehicle in general, I'm always afraid because like I know I have to hit the brakes a lot harder than I would if I were just downshifting in my little car. But this truck handles it very well. This truck downshifts really nicely. You know, anytime coming up to like a stop or coming up to a red light, or even, you know, on a descent, like coming downhill, this truck will kind of downshift to keep you at speed, which is really, really nice. The downside about this transmission, and a lot of you guys that have experienced this will, you know, I'm sure you'll agree with me, is sometimes it likes to act up and it'll kind of like clink or clank, if you will. So like, it normally happens like when it's downshifting from second to first. So like sometimes when you're coming to a stop, or if you're just kind of like doing like a little roll by, so like you didn't actually stop at the stop sign, you're just kind of rolling, then you hit the gas again to go. You'll hear it, you'll feel it, you'll hear your drive line clink, because like sometimes it'll downshift and it'll just like, it'll jolt you, it'll be kind of rough. That kind of makes me cringe. I mean, I'm driving a brand new truck still, like, you know, 13,000 miles, and it's done it its entire life. And like everybody on like the Facebook forum, the 50-some thousand people that are on this Facebook forum say the exact same thing. Everybody seems to experience something like this, so we'll see what happens in the near future. But honestly, that all being said, that's all I have for you guys. Once again, I do want to give a huge thank you to those of you who are following along during these winter months. I know my content has been lacking a little bit, but I am happy to say I did receive my first YouTube check, and you know, I said it in my thank you video for, you know, getting me monetized, and I'll say it again. All the money I make from YouTube is going to go right back into YouTube, so into the truck for modifications, into giveaways for you guys. So this first big check that I got, I'm going to be going to do some modification shopping, so definitely look forward to these mods coming up pretty soon. You know, drop a comment down below, let me know if you have any of these issues that I have with the AFM mode or the transmission in general, and let me know what you did to resolve it. I know a lot of people do buy that range technologies, and some people do decide to just go get a custom tune. So, you know, half dozen ones, 6 eggs, I don't know what it is. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Like the video if you haven't already, subscribe, join the family, join the build, and I will see you guys next week. Peace.